Alright, welcome to another video. First thing I'm going to do is move the current bookmark down to the previous bookmark. And then I'll start the reading from here. But before I do reading, I'm going to be going through the examples from the previous chapter, trying to get those to work. So, you know what? I'm going to actually click on this because that'll take me right to where I was before. There we go. And now we can see all of these examples. There are even some before. So what we'll do is we'll just go through and, oh, well, actually, never mind, because these examples, yeah, these examples don't work. But I guess what I'd like to do is maybe take the domain model and we can see we can kind of see what they're going to do with it at the end of each chapter. So I'd like to work it into the project that I'm going to be doing as part of the code log here, which is being able to automatically configure a network so I'd like to set up some tests the way the book has it there. So let me just log in here. And hopefully all my changes persisted. If not, I will have to load up my snapshots. Yep, all my changes persisted. Perfect. Okay, so here's my code along. We'll start the virtual environment. There we go, and then we'll do a code dot. Okay, and now I've got Visual Studio Code to work in. Okay, so yeah, let's just look through a little bit here. Yeah, unfortunately I can't just well, you know what? Let's do it this way. So there's a really good book called Learn Python the Hard Way, and in that book you don't worry about kind of what you're doing, you just do it. And the idea is that the more you get it under your fingers, the more you see it in action, the more likely you are to eventually learn it for real later on. So you kind of gotta stop sitting on the bench and start playing ball, even if you might just play so badly that they lose the game for a while. That's better than just studying how to play in a classroom but never actually getting in actual minutes. You might end up actually playing a little bit better if you spend some time in the gym or training. But when you first start initially, but sometimes it's just that training is just too much of a barrier to actually starting. So okay. So yep, we're gonna okay, so we're just gonna so here's an exercise. Why not have a go solving this problem yourself? Write a few unit tests to see if you can capture the essence of these business rules in a nice clean code. You'll find some placeholder tests but you could just start from scratch or combine/rewrite them however you like. Now this is interesting. They're doing .b and v there. I tried doing that before and it didn't work for me. Well, shoot. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm not even sure like where to begin here. So, I mean, it gives me instructions here, and they're using 3.8. Let's see what I'm using. I think I'm using 3.6. Yeah, I'm using 3.6. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do this. All right, well, let's just continue on. I don't want to just read the book without doing anything because I want to get more out of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna overwrite my previous bookmark. There we go. And now we'll just read more of the book. Unfortunately, I wish I could do some of those test code examples, but I'm just kind of not sure where to begin with that. I mean, I guess I can just do that. Yeah. So let's just kind of force it. So we're gonna force it by just making a file, and it's okay if the file is eventually not going to be a useful file. So let's look at exercise. Yep, and then we'll go here, and we can see we've got a test underscore model. And remember from the other book in another series, if you have a Python PyTest module, you can use this special naming of your files, test underscore, and your module, and it will get basically superpowers that your module will recognize it as one of its own and be able to process it automatically. So let's start with that. We're going to do a new file here. It's going to be called test underscore, of course. But let's think about what we want to test. I guess we definitely want to test connectivity. And we want to make sure that we are able to connect to the devices. So we'll probably be doing like a ping or something like that after we get it. I think another thing we're gonna want to test is LLDP, that the topology is actually set up correctly. So we'll want to use a test to look at LLDP. Another test. Yep, that'll help. You know what? Another one. This might be not quite for the test folder, but we're gonna test connectivity that we can connect to each one, LDP, and let's do a uplink detection. Because after we have connectivity, we want to make sure we know which link is the uplink so that we know not to modify that link at all. Oh, so it looks like we got some recommended extensions for Python. Yep, let's install those. I gotta take a pause here, so I'll be back shortly. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I think I was doing something pretty productive there. So let's think about that some more. What kinds of tests will be useful to the final code. So in addition to that, I would like to include like a drawing in my README file, and that's going to be the sorry. Oh, why can't I think here? I need some water. I think this one. Okay. Yep, that was it. So we're going to include the repository pattern. So we're gonna have our domain model in there, and then we're going to be updating our domain model. So let's look up how to draw pictures in Markdown, and we'll see if we can do it like let's see if we can do something like this in Markdown. So, okay, so it looks like we can do a flowchart if we just do flow like that. Will that work? I don't know. Do I need a special extension or something? Now they're using, am I using the right character? Yeah, I'm using the right character. I don't know if I should probably yeah, all of these look good. I think the best one for me is going to be this flowcharts one. Yeah, flowchart.js. So draw simple from visual representation. So now this is a JavaScript or a SVG. So what happens if okay, here's so it's got to be flowchart.js, a JavaScript file, and then yeah, I'm not sure how to make this work here. Definitely want to do flowcharts. Yeah, so this feature uses flowchart.js, which turns the following code block into a rendered diagram. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how to. I guess we just take the file and put that somewhere. So I should probably do this googling in Firefox in here, because then I can use the clipboard. But let's add that flowchart.js file. Okay, and then we'll fill it in with the code and save it. Oh, but as I said, I need to be using Firefox in here so that I can have my clipboard. Okay, here's the file now. So we can fill this in. Perfect. Looks good to me. So now we should be able to see a flowchart in the README. It looks like the flow isn't turning. Do I need like a import or something? I don't know why this isn't working here. Let's see here. So let's do this. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, it looks like my README is still filled in with that extra paste. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now let's put this in here. Okay, so let's just push it and see if it works, I guess. Well, I wish there was a better way. Let's see if there's an extension for Markdown. So I got to click on my extensions here, and then we're going to go Markdown. Okay. Here's another one. Markdown. Oh, perfect. Yeah, this is what I want. So this will give us a preview of what the Markdown looks like. I'm not sure what this one was all about, but this is the one I want for sure. I'm curious about this one. This one has more downloads and higher reviews. But does it give you a preview? I mean, it must give you a preview, right? I can't imagine there being a useful extension that does not give you a preview. I mean, I can get 2 of them, right? Yeah, I don't know if there's a preview. Oh, you know what? It looks like, yeah, it looks like I could get a preview even um, without that extension if I just right click. So you know what? I think I might cancel this. I don't know. I'll just leave it go. But if I do a preview, um, you can see I don't have a flowchart. There should be a flowchart there. So yeah, I'm not sure why I don't have a flowchart. I have the JavaScript file here. Oh, I got a lot of matches on the word flow. Oh, maybe I've got to run the file? Huh, I don't understand. No, it's not working. I don't even see like an option to run the file. It doesn't even have like JavaScript. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't have JavaScript. Maybe, is there like a Python library? Yeah, super markdown. There we go. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, there we go. And now I can I do flowchart? Okay, I'm confused. What about mermaid? Markdown mermaid? Yeah, maybe this will work, because... Oh. What happens if I put this in my markdown? Oh, and I'm sorry, I've got to be searching for this in the virtual environment. I wish I could get this to work though, because it's just pretty slick. But let's get it in Python. Yeah, there's something called a cargo cult society that I think of a lot. It's if you learn engineering, it's going to be mentioned a lot. Um, so I kind of feel like I'm doing that a little bit now because I'm just trying to set up a flowchart, but I don't know why I really need a flowchart and like. But I mean, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to follow along with this book, and this book has a flowchart, so I'm doing it because the book is telling me to. All right, let's see if this output here shows a flowchart. Okay, we can get rid of that file now, though. Okay, so now let's just replace everything with this, and then let's do a open preview. Some content has been disabled in this document. We're gonna allow insecure content, and then we're gonna close this and do another preview. Oh. Okay, I'm choosing the least secure option now. I'm allowing everything, but it looks like it's still having problems actually giving me a graph. So this didn't work. But I guess you can. Oh, this is an easy way to convert Markdown to HTML. See, what I want to do is I want to make my here's what I want to do. In GitHub, so GitHub Markdown README flowchart. This is what I want. Yeah, how do I make a flowchart using Markdown on my GitHub blog? Yes. This is what I want. So, okay. JavaScript library. It's not supported in GitHub. The Jekyll. I mean, I can have it not be in. Yeah, this is what I want. I don't know how to make that happen though, but that would be really nice if I can just get like a flowchart in here. That would be really nice. That would be so incredibly nice. All right, let's try this one more time. We're gonna do a preview. Okay. Yeah, I think last time I tried this, I did see that it didn't work. So I don't think there's good reason to try it again. I guess I just will because I can. Just because it's right here ready to go. Go. Alright, now let's see the preview. Nothing. And is that because I don't have JavaScript? I mean, obviously I have JS on, I have JavaScript on here, right? Because, yeah, so I don't understand, what I don't get is, how can I make a flowchart in here? Or like, can I make a flowchart in here? I don't even know if it's possible. I don't understand how to use this here. Let's take a look at this on GitHub. So it looks like on GitHub, oh, here we go. But that's just, that's a whole repo. Download file min. What does that mean? It means like a smaller version of the file. I'm not sure what any of this means. Ah. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's gonna work to put it in the markdown file. It doesn't need to be in there. I'll just make another file that has a flowchart in it. We're going to be using, so first we're going to be undoing these changes. So let's take a look at the changes I made to the README file. It looks like I just added that extra code that wasn't working, so we're going to undo that change. Then I of course made that JavaScript file, so we'll undo that. So now let's take a look at LibreOffice. Now I think this is just the text editor. So if we want to make a flowchart, there's probably a better program than this. Oh, here we go. We can insert a chart here. Oh, but this is a histogram. We want a flowchart. Function cannot be completed with the selected objects. There we go. Oh, here we go. We've got a whole flowchart section here. So yeah, we can just make a flowchart. So let's see if there's a start. All right, I don't see anything. Let's see what the book has. So the book, as part of its default here has a domain model, and then it's got different shapes. But I'm not sure what the shapes, like why there's different shapes or anything like that. So they've got allocate, batch, and order line. I doubt there'll be anything like that here, but let's take a look. So nope, we don't have anything. So we'll do, now we are going to need some manual, let's just think about what my project is. My project is configuring these switches automatically. We will need some manual input, so let's add a manual input object onto the page. Oops, and I'm not sure what's happening. Now I think I've got the headers and footers open, so I want to close that if possible. No, I don't have it open. I'm not sure why there's this. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can. Flowchart manual input. Oh, you know what? I've got to draw it. Yeah, okay, here we go. So now we've got a flowchart shape. Kind of looks like what they've got. It looks like I can automatically, oh, it looks like I can adjust it. I'm not sure how to draw arrows from it. That's kind of what I want to do. What if I select it? Yep, and then, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how to draw arrows from it. Oh, here we go, line. Well, shoot, that's okay. All right, so let's move this over here. We're gonna have just 3 differently sized shapes. It's okay if it doesn't match exactly. Oh, here we can insert a line and have it fill in our flow chart. But let's have another shape. So we're definitely gonna have a manual input. Now, I don't think we'll need any manual operations. We'll definitely need predefined processes for our automation. So we'll draw that in there. All right, and then we're going to need one more shape. Okay, so, I mean, of course we're going to need data. There's no doubt about that. So, data, that's always there. Might need some decisions, but we're definitely going to need data. So let's have the final one be a data box. Okay, and then we'll add some lines to it as well, from here down to there. All right, so here's our first line. We'll give it an arrow at the end. There we go, and then one more line with an arrow at the end. Perfect. So this is going to be the flowchart I'm using. Quite a bit different from the one in the book. Let's rearrange the icons so it looks a little bit more like in the book. So this one will be down here. Perfect. Okay, and then this is going to be pointing up. Oh. Perfect. All right, there we go. So now we'll save it. and we're going to name it domain model. Okay, so now we'll just forget about that for now. We've got this domain model.odt on there, and then we've got our 3 empty test files. That's good enough for me. So let's do a git add, git commit -m, and then we'll say created test empty test files for the PyTest module. Hope to fill them in later with useful tests, and then created a version of the domain model shown in the book. Boom. Okay, so yeah, things look good now. So the next step, I think, is to actually go fill in some of these tests. So let's take a look at what the book had for their tests. Yeah, so that was here. Now here they were just, let's see here. No, yeah. So here they are actually making some tests. So it looks like all we do is we say can something, and then we assert something. So, yeah, I'm confused. Well, let's try this. Let's build a class called LLDP neighbors for this test LLDP. Class, we'll call it neighbors, and then we'll say let's do a comment to start, and we'll put in some example output from LLDP neighbors from this Aruba here. Oops, I don't think I have a password set up yet. Okay, so I have to set one up now. There we go. So all of my ports are going to be down. Okay, so we'll just go through one by one and no shut all the ports so that we can get LLDP neighbors. Okay, so we're not going to have any until we bring up the rest of the ports. Now, I've never used an Open vSwitch before. I might have used it when I read a book a while, but hopefully it has a question mark. No, it doesn't. So, is there like CLI? What does local do? Okay, I don't know. Break. Oh, here we go. What does command do? Oh, you know what? I think you've got to do like boot or something like that. I think it'll give me instructions. By default, all interfaces are connected. Okay, that was not helpful. Now those are just, I think those are just like bash commands. Okay, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to do here. Okay, here we go. So I guess I can do this. Bring up all the interfaces. Now, does this device do layer 2? Let's see if we can get some documentation for an Open vSwitch. I don't know how to do this. I mean, I think I was probably on the right track here. But I don't want them to be layer 3. This looks like how I configure them for layer 3. Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like this is what I gotta get used to using if I want to use this, which at this point I really don't. I might want to move on and use something else. Here we go. So here's now I can use my help. Okay, so now I should be able to figure this out. There we go. Okay, so I can see like a show run if I do this command. There we go. That's a show run. Okay, now that I know what a show run is, it should be easier for me now. So we want to just no shut all these ports. And enable LLDP. So let's try this. We're going to do add port, and now we've got to use a bridge, because I'm not exactly sure what that means in this context. And then we'll do eth1. Takes exactly 1 or 3 arguments. So let's do... Oh, I see. Okay, so I gotta add a... Yeah, I'm doing the add-br command, so this is gonna be a bridge. Okay, it already exists, so now we gotta add a port to it. But that already exists as well. So it looks like my ports already exist. I just need to enable LLDP somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Where do I... Yeah, so here's like a show int command. What are managers? I don't know what a manager is. Oh, right, it belongs to this command. Okay, well, I didn't do anything. Yeah, this thing is weird. I don't know how to use this. What I want to do is no shut the ports and enable LLDP. So let's go for that. Open via switch LLDP. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is how you do it. I wish there was like a way to see. There isn't a paywall. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to do this for all of our ports. So I'm going to open Python on here. Oh, I don't have it on here. So I'll just open a shell of my own computer. Okay, and then we're going to say LLDP equals F string, like that. And then we're going to have this be a variable named port. Okay. Okay, so for now we'll define port just so we can define that string. There we go. So now LLDP is yeah, like that. Wait, but if I redefine port, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this wrong. So yeah, I don't need to worry about that LLDP string quite yet. First, I need everything I'm going to plug into it, which is here. So we'll say ports equals long string like that. Okay, and then we're going to say ports equals ports dot split on a new line. We're going to say for, and then we're going to say ports equals port for port in ports if port, and that will get rid of the blank lines. So now we've got everything there. So now we can do for port in ports print. Now we can use that F string up here. Oh god damn it, what the hell happened? That was not cool. All right, so we've got that good to go. All right, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? This set command. Let's see. See if what that says in the help menu. I don't see it in the help menu. Set. I see set manager. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is in the record table. So if we can print out that record table, we can see all of the commands that that this switch allows for. Oh, here we go. So here's how we list that record table. So we can do list. Oh, but we've got to name. We've got to know the table of the. So let's do all. TBL. TBL. Yeah, I don't know. Config.db. Yeah, I don't know the name of my table. Oh, is this the name of it, maybe? Let's try that. Nope. Well, shoot. Yeah, so we've got to do list and then the name of the table. I mean, I guess we know what the name of the table is because we used it here. Oh, no, we don't. We just know set. But we're trying to do list. Oh, but no, we needed to give it the table here for the set command. So the table name is interface. So we can do list interface. And that should work. Yep, and that did work. But the problem is we don't know what these commands are. This interface test, LLDP. Oh, yeah. So usually we would. Okay, it looks like that is admin state up though. So I think that's all I need for now. So let's close that and then open up the rest of these and enable LLDP on them. Okay, oh, perfect. That's exactly, I think, what I need. Do I need to do like a write memory or something like that? I'm so confused. I've never used anything like this. I like this though, because I get the feeling like you could run your networks on a shoestring if you like figure out how to use these. Like you could save a lot of money, but it's just really, really wonky. Perfect. Okay, so now hopefully I'll have some LLDP neighbors, and hopefully I'll have spanning tree enabled. There we go. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 neighbors. Yep, and one for each link I have to these open vSwitches. Okay, so I've just got, well, 3 more to enable it on. It would be nice to enable LLDP on the Ubuntu server as well. Let's look up how to do that. Okay, so it looks like the command is just LLDPD. Yep, that's all I need to do. So let's try that. Okay, so LLDP is going to be the command. Oh, don't have it. Let's get it. Okay, so now we've got LLDP enabled. So we should see an extra neighbor on one of these devices. On this device here, there should be an extra neighbor. There should be 7 neighbors instead of 6. And there we go, we've got an extra neighbor down here. Alright, so now let's enable the LLDP on the 2 junipers, and oh, I think that might be enough. It might want to also make sure that spanning tree is up, but I'll shut this down when I'm done anyway, so it won't matter that much. Oh, I need a key for these. I think I still have my key though. It's probably still valid. But I forgot about that. They want you to have like a key in order to use. Okay. Oh, I forgot to enable LLDP. Okay, it might take a little bit of time for it to... Oh, you know what? I gotta no-show my ports. Ooh, and it looks like we've got a problem with my... yeah, I don't have my forwarding... Oh, you know what? I didn't wire them up together, I bet. Let me just see if that's... Yep, yeah, I forgot to wire them together. Okay, I think that's how to do it. It might have to go to 1-to-1, but let's see if my FPC is available now. It is not. So let me try it 1-to-1. Which means I'll have to remove this link. Huh. Oh, perfect. Okay, so it does have to be 1-to-1. So we do have it present now. So let's fix it on the other one. port 1 to port, well, I mean, it can be anything. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about wiring the control plane to the forwarding plane. So it has to be ETH1 to EM. Oops, it looks like I completely wired that one off completely incorrectly. Oh, you know what? I wired them together, like, already here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this will be... Okay, so... Oops. Okay, we're still waiting for that to come up. Let's make sure we've got spanning tree. Well, let's do this. Let's do set interfaces. Interface range. Oh, well, actually, we don't have interfaces yet, so we gotta wait until our interfaces come. Oh, here we go. Configure private set interfaces. Interface range GE1. Through G2. Okay, so it looks like all the interfaces are already admin up. Yep, they're admin up, but oh yeah, most of them are going to be linked down. We've only got a few up right now. Huh, but I don't understand why. Because they're, yeah, we've got LLDP enabled on there. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know why we're not getting LLDP. Oh, actually, I know why. It's because it's a layer 3 interface, I think. There's no like family enabled on it. Like if we do this, and then just commit that, we'll start getting LLDP on that interface. I think. It'll take like 30 seconds. Ah, boom, I'm smart. I'm a smart person, I'm a smart man, because that's how Junipers work. It's like, even though it's admin up, you basically have to tell the port to do like basic stuff. Like other switches, if you admin up the port, it's gonna just start automatically running like family inet, but Junipers only do it, they require more explicit instructions. So until you tell it to actually run like family inet, it won't do anything at all. Okay, I think there's more than one. So what's the other one that's up? Oh yeah, 0 is up as well. Okay. So we're gonna do edit in G0.0 set family inet. Okay. There we go. Oh, and this should come up after a while as well. You gotta watch it though. Okay, there we go. Now we've got 2 neighbors. So show configuration, pipe display sets, pipe no more. Okay, and then we'll copy these commands over here. And this is going to be another thing we're going to need LLDP as part of our, actually that can be as part of our final config requirement as well. It doesn't have to be a part of the initial configs, because if we don't have in-band management, it doesn't really matter that much anyway, because we're blind anyway. Okay, well, you know what? I think that is going to be everything for now. This video is hour and 20. Unfortunately, I didn't read any of the book. I am going to stop all devices and take another snapshot, though. And the snapshot is going to be named LLDP setup. And then let's edit the README and edit the drawing on the topology here. So we definitely want LLDP to be a part of this. Oops, and it looks like I can't get my. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's take a snapshot. Create LLDP, we'll call it. Creation of snapshot LLDP in progress. It's in progress. How long does it take? Alright, so we're going to go click on the current bookmark. And you know what? I am going to try to read some of this. Let's just get through a few sections so we can move our bookmark down, and then that will be it for this video. So this is repository pattern. It's time to make good on our promise to use the dependency inversion principle as a way of decoupling our core logic from infrastructural concerns. We'll introduce the repository pattern, a simplifying abstraction over data storage, allowing us to decouple our model layer from the data layer. We'll present a concrete example of how this simplifying abstraction makes our system more testable by hiding the complexities of the database. Before and after the repository pattern shows a little preview of what we're going to build. A repository object that sits between our domain model and the database. Persisting our domain model. In Chapter 1, Domain Model, we built a simple domain model that can allocate orders to batches of stock. It's easy for us to write tests against this code because there aren't any dependencies or infrastructure to set up. If we needed to run a database or an API and create test data, our tests would be harder to maintain and write. Sadly, at some point, we'll need to put our perfect little model in the hands of users and contend with the real world of spreadsheets and web browsers and race conditions. For the next few chapters, we're going to look at how we can connect our idealized domain model to external state. We expect to be working in an agile manner, so our priority is to get to the minimum viable product as quickly as possible. In our case, that's going to be a web API. In a real project, you might dive straight in with some end-to-end tests and start plugging in a web framework, test driving things outside in. But we know that no matter what, we're going to need some form of persistent storage, and this is a textbook, so we can allow ourselves a tiny bit more bottom-up development and start to think about storage and databases. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to take it easy on myself and just stop it right here. So this is going to be the next. This is going to be the current bookmark. So I'll include the previous bookmark in the notes of the video. So I've got my snapshot ready to go. So yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.